Hello students, welcome to all in my YouTube channel that is SS Account. Please subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on a bell icon. So this is my subject that is cost accountancy. So here we are going to study second unit that is methods of costing and material management. See here we will discuss all these points. Okay, so the first one is methods of costing. Under this we will study job costing, batch costing, contract costing, service costing and process costing. So students, here this one is the theory part. Okay, so the second one that is methods of pricing material issues, this one is here practical portion, and third one is inventory cost control techniques, also practical portion, and last one is ABC analysis. So here the first one that is methods of costing, it is the theory portion, so I will discuss it later and also I will provide you notes on this. Okay, so in this video today we are going to study that is methods of pricing material issues. Okay, fine. So at very first, let's discuss what do you mean by here material. Okay, here material in the sense raw material. Material means goods or article which is used in the manufacturing of a product is known as material. Okay, so what is material management? See here, I have given two definitions for material management. Material management is the management of flow of materials into an organization to the point where those materials are converted into firms and products, means firms final products. Okay, and the second definition is it is the planning, directing, controlling and coordinating activities which are concerned with material and inventory requirements. So these are the two definitions for material management. Next, see methods of pricing material issues. Under this, we will study four types of pricing of material issues. The first one is FIFO method, second one is LIFO method, third one is simple average method, and fourth one is weighted average method. So students, we will discuss here one by one all these four types, and also we will solve the practical problems on these four types. Okay, so the first type that is FIFO. Here, FIFO stands for first in, first out. Okay, fine. Now, what is this first in, first out? So here, students, whatever comes in our means here in the sense storehouse, whatever comes in our storehouse or whatever comes in our warehouse, it has to go out first from that warehouse for the purpose of production. Okay, FIFO means first in, first out. See here, FIFO is an accounting method in which assets purchased or acquired first are disposed of first. Under this method, material received first are issued first to the production department. So generally students, in every organizations there will be many departments, like production department is there, store department is there, finance department, HR departments, like this. Here what will happen, store department will take the goods from suppliers and it send that materials to the production department according to some particular order. Here in FIFO method, whatever that comes in warehouse, in that order only it will go out from that warehouse, and that is called with FIFO method. FIFO means first in, first out. Okay, fine. See here next, that is process of FIFO. See here, materials purchased first, store or warehouse issue materials chronological order and department productions. See here what will happen here, store departments will take the materials from suppliers, okay, and it will store in that storehouse, and what will happen, according to the needs of production department, this store department will send goods to production departments, means here store department will issue materials according to the chronological orders, and that is called FIFO method, first in, first out. Materials purchased first, after that it will keep that material into warehouse and it issue the materials chronological order to the production departments. Okay, so this is the process of FIFO. See here one example, production departments. I'm suppose think there is a one production departments. Okay, I'm taking here one example. Production departments need 60 quantity of material for production purpose, means here this department needs 60 quantity of material and it requests to store departments to send 60 quantity of materials for the production purpose. See here, so here we have to think from the point of view of storehouse. See here, here is one storehouse and it received from suppliers, that is on 1st April it received 30 quantity of materials at the rate of 5. On 15th April store department received 20 quantity of materials at the rate of 10, and on 9th April this store departments received 20 quantity of materials at the rate of 20. Okay, and here this production departments need 60 quantity of materials from this store departments. So here store departments what will do, it will take the first lot. This is first lot, it received on 1st April. This will take first this first lot, that is 30 quantity, it will send this 30 quantity first. Okay, and again after that it will take the second lot, that which one it has received on 5th April, that is 20 lot, it will take this whole 20 quantity. Okay, now it became 50. Again it will take from third lot, that which one store department received on 9th April, that is 20 quantity, it will take 10 from this lot and that will become the 60. Like this it will send the material to the production departments for the purpose of production. Okay, so this is the FIFO method, first in first out, whatever it received the first. Okay, so here store department received the first 30 quantity. Okay, whatever it received the first, that will go out first, after that second, after that third. Okay, like this the FIFO method will work here. Okay, fine. Now see the one practical problem on FIFO method. From the following information, prepare store ledger account under FIFO method. See here, they have given here received how much, and here store department is issue how much material to the production departments. Okay, here received means also we can say purchased. Okay, on 1st January here store department received 100 units at the rate of rupees 1 per unit. Okay, on January 20 store department received 100 units at the rate of rupees 2 per unit. Okay, fine. Now see here, on January 22 what it will do, it will send, means it will issue 60 units to production department, and January 22 it issues 60 units. Compute the receipt and issue valuations by adopting the FIFO method. Here we have to think from the point of view of storehouse. Here we have to check what has come in warehouse and what has gone from the warehouse. So at very first see the format for store ledger account. So students, we are here preparing store ledger account. Let's see the format for store ledger account. See here, this is the format for store ledger account. Here we have to make the column for date to write the dates, and after that receipt column, issue column and balance column. In receipt column we have to make the sub columns, that is unit, rate and amount. Similarly under issue column we have to make again 3 sub columns, that is for unit, rate and amount. Similarly again in balance column we have to make the 3 columns, that is unit, rate and amount. Here in receipt we have to write whatever comes in our storehouse, and in issue column we have to mention here whatever gone out from the warehouse, and under balance column we have to record here whatever remains in our storehouse. Okay, fine. Now see the first transaction, that is, see here on 1st January it received 100 units at the rate of rupees 1 per unit. So we have to write this under receipt column, because here on 1st January here storehouse received, here storehouse purchased 100 units of material at the rate of 1 per unit from suppliers. So we have to mention here under receipt column, that is on 1st January it received the 100 units and rate is here 1. See here, it received the 100 units and rate is here 1. We have to take this one here, 100 units and rate is 1. Multiply this both, it will come 100. Okay, fine. So here storehouse received on 1st January 100 units at the rate of 1 and amount will come here 100, and this same amount we have to record in balance column, that is unit 100, rate is 1 and in amount column 100. Same as it is, this amount we have to record in balance. Okay, see the second transaction, that is January 20 it received, means here store department received 100 units at the rate of rupees 2 per unit, means January 20 it it received the 100 units from suppliers. See here, on January 20, in date column we have to write the date. On January 20 it received the 100 units and rate is here 2. See here, rate is here 2. We have to take that rate and multiply this both, it will come 200. Okay, after this, see here very carefully, in balance column we have to take first balance. Balance means this, whatever remains in store department. So here we have to write first balance, that is 100, rate and 100, means as it is this amount we have to write first. After that, on January 20 it received the 100 units at the rate of 2 and the amount column 200. This amount as it is we have to write in balance column. First we have to write the balance amount, that is this one. After that, current received, current storehouse received from suppliers, that is on January 20. This as it is we have to write here. So this is the balance, means here 300, means here 300 materials are in storehouse. See here, third transaction, that is January 22, it sent, means it issues 60 units of material to production departments. Okay, so here we have to mention first in date column, that is January 22, and receipt column leave it blank, because on January 22 it not received anything because it issued 60 units to production departments. So here store department, what will do here, store department will take the first lot. First lot is here, this one, this amount, see the cursor here, this amount, this is here first lot. Here store department will take the 60 units of material from first lot, that will take 60 units, and rate is 1 here, see the cursor here, this rate is 1 here, multiply this both, it will come 60. After that, in store department the balance will remains. Balance means here 100 minus 60, it remains 40. Okay, 100 minus 60, it remains 40. 40 units of material remains in store departments, and rate is here 1, this one, and it will come 40. After that, store departments balance is here second lot, that is 100, as it is we have to write here in rate column 2 and in amount column 200, as it is this one we have to write here. Okay, so on January 22 it issued the 60 units of material at the rate of 1 to the production departments, and it takes 60 units from the first lot. This is here first lot and this one is here second lot. Now see the third transaction, that is on January 23, it issued 60 units of material to the production departments. Okay, see, we have to mention first in date column, that is January 2023. In receipt column, we have to leave it blank, and in issue column, see the transaction once again. January 23, it issued the 60 units. Okay, so here store department sent the 60 units of material to the production department. So first of all it used the first lot. Which one is here first lot? This one is here first lot, but here only 40 units are there. It will take whole this 40 units first, and rate is here same one, it will come 40. Okay, after that it will take the second lot, because here 40 units means it will over here. After that it will take the second lot, that is 100. It will take the only 20 units, because here store production department needs only 60 units, and here 40 it will take from the first lot. After that remaining 60 minus 40 remains how much? 20. That 20 units here store department will take from second lot, that is from 100. Okay, 20, and rate it will take the second lot rate. Remember here second lot rate, that is 2 will take here, multiply this both, it will come 40, and balance remaining 100 minus 20, what will come? It will come 80, and rate will come here 2, this one, see the cursor, this one rate 2, multiply both, it will come 160. Okay, so like this store department will follow the FIFO method, means first in first out. Whatever comes in store department first, that will go out from store department to the production departments for the purpose of productions. Okay, so this is about the FIFO method. See here, we have solved one practical problem on FIFO method. Okay students, thank you very much. If you have any query, any doubts, please ask me in comment box. Subscribe my YouTube channel, like, share and also comment. Thank you very much once again.